Well, Mr. Graham, we don't have a stunning 10-goal thriller like we did last week, but we got plenty to talk about. Leicester and Ipswich played each other today.
Yes, they did.
And we've got FA Cup and League Cup to talk about as well. So
yes, we do.
We got a decent amount of shit, I'd say, despite the fact that basically all the games but 4 in League 2 were canceled because,
Weather.
That happens. Let's start the show.
Come on.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL Show, a completely biased brief recap of the English Football League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, pronouncing everything fucking wrong, and he gives zero fucks about it, Mr. Samuel Graham.
The key is I pronounce most things absolutely correctly. That's the key. So I'm allowed to, when I get it wrong from time to time, to tell everyone to fuck off. Ronnie A.
Are you having a piss? And of course, on the ones and twos, producer Mel.
Hello.
The new Taylor Swift fan. That's it.
Well, you know what? I've decided Kansas City Chiefs, kind of cousins to Washington Commander skins.
She's sitting there looking at
Jesus
the
Christ.
TV.
Burgundy to red.
She's looking at the TV and singing to the Chiefs, "You belong to me." Yeah. Holding up little signs and shit like in the video.
Yeah, nope,
So
I'm now.
I'm one. You talk about bandwagon Ravens fans. I don't give a fuck about the Ravens because I'm a Red Commanderskins football team. My grandmother still lives in Southeast DC, right?
His entire territory is in Carroll County,
Goddamn
Maryland.
right. Which is all Ravens. So it is good for business if they stay in. So fucking flock with me, baby.
He wants people drinking.
Also, did we all see the memes over the weekend of apparently Martin Luther King reincarnated attending the game?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Fucking fantastic. I loved it wrote itself, obviously, but the first person that did it, very well done to you. I have a team.
Yep.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And imagine the best piece of commentary about the memes that I saw was just like, imagine going to a game just looking like you and you're an internet sensation for literally sitting in a fucking chair. And you're not Bernie Sanders cold at the inauguration.
With the mittens.
You're just literally trying to watch a game, but you look somewhat like MLK.
That's ridiculous.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your pods, and of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. Because both of our clubs are Premier League clubs, we have not found the need to update our email address. It is at DU Football Show on all the social medias, at dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. The reason we started doing the show is, one, we have a lot of Leeds and Fulham supporters, and then, Fulham stayed up, which we were a little surprised at for a bit, and then it got normal. And then we thought Everton was going to go down.
And I was going to need to do a show.
Let's say the real reason. I'm watching Everton season, and I went, so honey, how about a spin-off show?
Yeah.
Also, I would say that the other reason why we did that as well was because our shows were running an hour and a half without Ryan Williams. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and have a deep passionate love for alcohol, but we're drinking the exact same shit that we were drinking before.
Just for alcohol. Not distilled spirits. Just booze. Fuck it.
Booze.
Yeah, it's just booze now.
Well, I realized as I was going through it, I was like, I'm going into the bit that I don't need to do, but it's still gotta be good. You know what? You got to fucking land
So
that
you
joke,
make
baby.
us sound worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we just like booze, man. It's all about your teams.
actually, truth be told, the bottle of whiskey, because it's a harder to find Irish, is only a 700 ml.
Well,
so
so
it's
you-
already half gone.
You know what's happening is most places are changing to 700s
Oh yeah, definitely.
because for the European market, the Asian market, and I believe the African market as well. Excuse me, everything's sold in 700s. So those in the States, at least, that make 750s, and even some of these, smaller Irish and Scottish distilleries that are making 750s specifically for the American market are having to cut costs. And the easiest way to do that, because a 700 is a legal size in America, is they're just fucking off the 750s now.
yeah, just not
You're
bothering.
getting a 700.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that cut costs, they don't have to buy the glass for an extra 50 ml.
Right. Very fair. And I'm drinking a little bit of Westward just because I don't want to kill that bottle because we need to save it for the whiskey show, for fuck's sake.
My new favorite thing is noticing the progression between sound check to the main show to the show to injury time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
As it gets just looser and looser.
Oh, it's about to
and
get a lot
drinkier
worse.
And drinkier.
well,
That's getting a lot worse.
And last week particularly,
Yeah.
I decided to let the old hair down and threw back a few. And I was very
fucked up, too.
I was very loose by the end.
If someone were to want to get injury time, how would they do that, Graham?
Very easy. Patreon.com/DU Football Show and sign up to that one beautiful $5 tier. You get Sound Check, which is our sound check. We check up with each other over the weekend, all the random shit in our lives that are happening, as well as actually checking our sound. So sometimes you don't actually hear a fucking thing. And then Injury Time, which everyone knows by now, is our preview show of the upcoming weekend.
That was perfect, whore. That was perfect, pimp.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
Well, sometimes I put the rouge on when I head down to the dock, Sam, because the guys like that.
No. The sailors.
like that. You're right. Yeah.
Got to land the joke right.
Lewis Black, everybody. Very, very good bit, that one.
Ipswich get an equalizer late at Leicester and barely hang on to second place with a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, but that's a massive momentum shifter there. I mean,
yeah.
That's huge. To go from, we're not going to be in the automatic spots, and being nervous about it, obviously, and very visibly nervous about it, to finding the goal to get that goal. That's a massive statement from Ipswich. We're here to stay.
Yeah. And what's going to make that even more impressive is what I'm about to say about Southampton. We haven't been paying attention. We've been saying, Southampton's doing well. So they're on a 20-game fucking unbeaten streak. They are 15 wins and 5 draws. Their last loss was September the fucking 23rd, Sam.
Yeah. So
Insane.
when you have your best player for the last, I don't know, 6 seasons, be Wish.com David Beckham, no tattoos, no beard, not quite as sexy,
Right.
still could whip in a cross.
Oh, yeah. Well, Will, it's only a matter of time, will be the best set piece taker for goals in Premier League history.
absolutely.
He will. He's one away from
but
being the leader.
You sell him on,
Yeah.
right? And all of a sudden you're free.
Yeah.
It makes total sense to me, because when you become so reliant on one player, it's like that mentality of playing through that one player holds everyone else back. It really does. When you move that player on and everybody feels like they can express themselves, you play more like a team. And that's what Southampton's doing.
22 goals between Armstrong and Che Adams so far this season. Like, those two guys.
Scottish players do very well in championship.
Yeah, they
Well
always do. They always do. But
Very well done.
that's huge, and it's a lot of the reason why they're doing as well as they are. But like, you
Makes
gotta
for difficult getting out of the groupie in the Euros.
yeah, true. You gotta figure at some point. I mean, I hate to say it, at the rate that Southampton are going, Southampton will be the second promoted club.
Yeah, it does look that way. I want Ipswich to find a bit more consistency and not drop points. They have had a couple of draws of late that have kind of scuppered their their kind of surprising run, to be honest with you, into second place. But they have sustained it for a majority of the season.
Right.
I'd like to see them stay there. We haven't had, Ipswich in the Premier League for a very long time.
Yeah, right near the 90s, I want to say it was.
It would almost be, for us at least, relative, kind of newbies. The league starting in 92, obviously.
Absolutely.
Us coming in the early 2000s would be a new team for us, really. Yeah. And I'd love to see them play on a more regular basis.
And all that being said, with Southampton in third, Leeds in fourth hold serve, get the win over Preston 2-1, and West Brom ended up losing to Norwich, which actually makes their cushion now 5 from in fifth place to 9 points. Those 4 teams, the amount of points they're on, that's good enough for a normal season. Fourth place Leeds to be in first.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane how well those 4 fucking sides are doing right now.
Yeah.
It's just absolute insanity.
Well, but that's the thing. They were all recently, besides Ipswich, of course, recently in the Premier League with all that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the championship budgets just aren't there. You know what I'm saying? So, coupled with the parachute payments and the TV money over the last few seasons, and Leicester not really selling a boatload of players since being relegated, it's not really a surprise that they're just better than everyone else.
Wouldn't that be a hell of a
That's
note?
what makes Ipswich's story so brilliant, to be honest.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be a hell of a note if the 3 teams that went down are the 3 teams that go right back up? I don't recall that ever happening.
I was just about to say that. I don't know that it has in at least recent memory.
And the 3 of them are all good enough to come right
I think
back up.
there was a chance when Villa was in the playoffs and lost in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
There was
That
a
it
chance
could've
for that
been.
to happen, but didn't.
Now, the other thing, too, that's worth mentioning, if those 3 teams come right back up, like, seriously? Everton, you need to get your shit together. Palace, you need to get your shit together.
The other sad part, though, is the gulf between the have and have-nots will get greater if that happens.
Yeah.
Because they already have, 4 years of Premier League money, kind of. Well, Leeds had, 2 or 3 or whatever it was. My phone fell out of my pocket. Sweatpants. I did the old Zoom call thing. I've got not very professional things down low. That thing's professional. I'm not saying that. My wife's a happy lady. Wouldn't have 3 kids otherwise.
Well, I mean, how professional is it? It's failed a bunch.
Just over-explaining at this point.
Haven't
That's
thrown
why it's funny.
Haven't thrown an old boy out there yet, have you there, stud?
Stop egging him on. We can't start this podcast any later.
So the old chap gets it done, all right? On a Tuesday through Sunday basis.
Well done.
Anyway, with that recent TV money, and now maybe they haven't managed it exactly correctly, but it's still a hell of a lot more money than championship clubs make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they also have those parachute payments coming as well, which traditional championship clubs don't have.
Right.
Or perennial championship clubs don't have is probably more of a better word. If they come straight back up, that's another season, possibly 2, with the struggles of, say, Forest or Palace or Everton or whoever
those are
finds
exactly
themselves
those
in
three
those spots next year.
Brentford, if they sell too many people, like
Eventually,
Wolves, if they can't get their finances straight.
You think Brighton, you think Wolves, like the well at Brighton and Brentford at some point is going to have to dry up.
Well, it's
with all these weird young players that nobody can find.
And scouts
except
at Brighton,
for them, apparently.
And scouts at Brighton have been hired by other places. So, like, at some point, because it's not just players that gets bought by other teams.
Oh,
they
correct.
go find
Absolutely.
those talent.
Yeah.
They go find those talented producers, and like, so you start to wonder that could
we did that to Dortmund. Remember?
Yeah.
With Sven Mislintat.
Yep, absolutely.
That's a very keen point. It's not just coaches and players. You're absolutely right about it.
And let's go on to League One. The O's have had themselves a couple of fucking weeks here. Not just the win at Pompey last week, they also beat second place Bolton 1-0.
Come on.
They are now in the top 10. They are in 9th fucking place. Come on, you O's.
Come on, you O's.
Everybody loves the O's.
You're
Right?
goddamn right we love the O's. And, on a side note, real quick, I took a little bit of liberty in my feelings and just closed my eyes for a second because I knew it was going to happen when the Ravens played at M&T on Saturday. And I imagined that during the national anthem, the O was for Leighton Orient.
Oh, there
This
you
is what
go.
I did because baseball's back in the district, and I'm a DC fan through and through. So, I still have a soft spot for the Orioles. But
Right.
when they did the Baltimore O, was it Leighton?
Leighton. I'm
Leighton
talking about Leighton Orient.
Yeah.
Everybody's second London club.
Then I came crashing back down to earth and realized I was watching American football again.
Yep. Bolton, with their loss, fell to 4th place, but they still have multiple games in hand, and it's really tight up there at the top. The other thing, Pompey got a big win at Fleetwood Town and hold on to the top spot. And the other thing to look out for is that there will be fixtures this weekend
For the teams,
that aren't in the FA Cup. So there's going to be makeup games on Tuesday. Then there's going to be So you're going to start to see, as we do these shows week to week, it's going to be some of us talking about teams that played, 2 games over the course of a week or 3 games over the course of 10 days, and other people who played 1. It's just how it
But
goes.
here's the thing: those are all 24-team leagues, right?
Yeah.
So they already have 6,352 league games they have to get through.
Precisely. Well, 24 in league. It's 20 in the championship, 24 in League One, 22
I think it's 24
in
in
League
the
Two.
championship as well.
No, it's 20.
Do you want to put money on that?
I could be wrong.
Do you want to put money on that?
No, I don't want to put money on that.
Because I'm 99.9%
But I know League One is
sure.
24, and I know League Two is 22. And in
Right.
League Two, only 2 go down, get kicked out of the league. And in League One, 4 go down. League Two, 4 go up. Yes. No.
While you guys are discussing that, the infamous Shore Billy has checked in.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
And he goes, and here we have Sam Squared, a horrid nightmare from the island of Dr. Moreau. It's like Master Blaster from Beyond Thunderdome, except it's human T-Rex hybrid in a Pickford jersey and half-tamed halfling.
Oh, by the way, that's a DCL jersey tonight. Not a Pickford jersey.
That's a DCL. This one is a DCL jersey. You just didn't say it in the microphone, so I was just reiterating.
Very good. Very good.
I heard DSL jersey,
Dick sucking lips?
and here I'm out.
All right. And go ahead, championship.
24 teams.
There you go. So there you go.
Sam, we do a podcast about this league. You should probably know how many teams are in the league.
All right, great. On to League Two.
said, "All
They
right,
had very few
I'll learn it
matches.
when we're down there, Mel. That's what he said.
As most were postponed due to weather conditions. The most notable matches were Wrexham losing at Newport County 1-0 and 4th place Barrow losing at Crewe Alexander 3-1.
Yeah, those are kind of damning results, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's not great.
Well, especially for Wrexham, that's a chance. That was a chance to go into first.
Exactly.
chance to go into first.
It's definitely a chance blown. What is good, obviously, is that they're still there.
Right.
They're thereabouts.
First, second, third.
Correct.
Second, third
That's all that
automatically
fucking
go
matters.
up.
That is
Fourth has to do the playoff.
all that matters.
Yep.
What I will say is I will find it very funny to avoid a further financial fair play situation when Mushiri has to sell the underfield heating at Goodison Park.
Yeah, got it. To Wrexham, so they can have under the field heating.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to a quick look at the League Cup matches. The second legs of both semifinals are being played during the midweek, so one of them will already have been played by the time we release this show, and the other one will be being played the day of the show. But the first one will be Chelsea are at home to Middlesbrough, down 1-0 in the first leg.
Yeah. Chelsea did not have a good outing that first leg.
No.
And Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough are playing very, very well at the moment, despite a very slow start. I mean, we saw this with a couple of Premier League teams as well.
Yep.
With Bournemouth and to an extent Wolves, where this new manager comes in and they have to. It just took them a bit of time to get their ideas under their belt and really wrap their heads around it. But now it's paying dividends,
And
right?
Carrick is played at the Bridge in hostile territory.
Oh, yeah. Multiple times.
The bulk of his career.
And
he's fully prepared.
Chelsea, this will be a competition they are focused on because
they need to be in Europe. They need to be in Europe. They gotta be in Europe.
They will guarantee themselves a McRib Cup.
And they ain't getting into Europe if on the regular season. They're not. They're not going to finish in the top 7.
Correct.
And then the other one has Wednesday with Liverpool traveling to Fulham up 2-1 in their second leg. But you're in Fulham's building. Fulham's got good defense. They can make it ugly.
The only problem is that they okay, so it's a two-sided coin, right? Craven Cottage isn't exactly a cauldron.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Is it going to intimidate Liverpool?
No.
Not really.
But what I'm saying is
Liverpool are 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League and now may not have Mo Salah for a month. So it becomes a lot more attractive. And also Luis Diaz, we'll have word yet how long he may be out.
You might have to rest Jota.
Or you might have to rest Nunez or both.
Yeah.
You might have to go, okay, Gakpo, it's on you alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have Curtis Jones and you have Curtis Jones went off hurt, didn't he?
Well, and Curtis Jones had to
something.
play because you got Enzo's away at Asian Cup.
Correct. So you run it, and Trent Alexander-Arnold I don't think will be fit for this game either. So you do run into a situation with being 5 points clear at the top of the league. Liverpool might go, yeah, I don't really fancy this. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Klopp might rest players, you know, to protect them for the league, so he's not a one-hit wonder.
He may tell them to go out there and get a 0-0 because a 0-0 advances them.
Yeah. So, well, very true. So his back 6 or so, you know, kind of 2 defensive midfielders in a back 4 may be unchanged to preserve continuity, and he may just forego the attack.
Right. And just go.
Very, very true.
I just got to get out with the draw.
Didn't even think about that.
I don't have to win.
Yeah.
I don't have to win this game.
But it is windy on the River Thames, and you never know what's going to happen in the wind.
Well said. The remaining FA Cup replays got done, and Everton beat Palace 1-0 on a sexy free kick from a sexy fucking man.
Andres Gomez.
Right off the post.
Fucking well done.
Oh, it was. And there was
a wee little Portuguese kiss.
And there was nothing else in that match.
No.
At all. Like you had said on the main show, SA got subbed off at the 60th minute to a round of booze.
Yeah, it's like, what? Why even play the fucking game?
Yeah.
I can't. Isn't next year they stop replays altogether?
I think it is.
I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, it just goes to penalties.
The replays are always
not even extra
worse.
time. It goes straight to penalties. That is it. Straight to penalties,
please.
like the League Cup.
I know that kind of hurts the lower league teams that are drawn against Premier League clubs or championship clubs. But it's like, it just, for everybody involved.
Well, honestly, Premier League club, if you're playing in their building, kick them some cash. Just kick them cash. Because normally you would have kicked them cash if they did the replay at your building. It's like, earn the cash. Just fucking kick them some cash. Give them some stadium upgrades. Hook them up. Just hook them up.
Excuse me. So what I'll say about that in general, the higher clubs, the richer clubs do have a responsibility to take care of the grassroots.
Yep.
And the lower league clubs. And the reason English football is brilliant is because all 4, even the National League, so you take the top 5 tiers, it's all incredibly supported by the fans. Right?
Yeah. Those, National League teams will have 10,000. Wrexham has 10,000 fucking fans going to matches.
You have to do something for these clubs, right? And in the FA Cup, typically, if the Premier League team is at home, the higher league team is at home, they'll give the gate receipts to the lower league team.
Yeah.
Arsenal played at Sutton, beat the shit out of them. They built them a stand or a classroom for their local programs, and then help replace their pitch or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was. A fair few years now. So do that kind of shit. Like, that's great. That helps. That alleviates the pressure on the owners and everything else, and makes their facilities better. And well done. That's good. But I just can't be fucking asked about doing replays again. There's already too much football. And over the last 2 weekends, we've only had to cover 5 games each. Excuse me. We've only had to cover 5 games each weekend. Despite a couple of shit performances, these 2 weekends were much better football than the entire festive period.
Mm-hmm.
So the argument for less football gets greater and greater every time we do these wee breaks.
Yeah, fair, very fair. Keeping it rolling, the Wolves got past the Bees on a late extra time penalty kick from Cunha, because in these replays, you play the fucking 15s, the 2-15. So if it's drawn at the end, you got to add another 30 minutes to the fucking game for these guys. Again, probably a little too much football. Cunha wraps it up, and that will take care of the Premier League, the all-Prem fixtures, where it was head-to-head with Prem sides. The other Prem clubs saw Forest and Luton advance, but West Ham getting ousted by Coventry at Coventry 1-0.
That was if that was at the London Stadium, Coventry would have been down to 10 men, possibly twice, except for it was the same player that fucked up.
Right. Oh, no VAR.
No, but
No
they were
yep.
they were in Coventry Stadium, so there wasn't
no
any VAR.
Yeah.
But Lee Westward was his name or something like that,
Yep.
or Weston something. I can't remember. It was in the middle of the park. An abhorrent tackle for me, akin to Rian Brewster. Not as bad as Rian Brewster, but akin to that sort of tackle. He should have been sent off for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Definite red card.
Agreed.
In that game. What I will say also, I forgot to mention this on the main show.
Somebody was on paternity leave and watched that game because he was sitting around the house doing nothing but holding his kid.
Yeah.
I called it.
Fair. What I will say, though, about the Wolves game, unfairly, I think, and X, we all know, is a wonderful place for information and truth sharing. There was a few reporters that gave Gary O'Neill a hard time during the press conference. Oh, you've been drawn against West Brom, in the next round. There's a Black Country derby in the next round.
Don't
What do you think?
We're talking about that.
I know. But he did the whole we've got a big game at the weekend, and the backlash from West Brom fans was very unreasonable. I don't know if you saw that. It was just like, he doesn't give a fuck about us. He thinks we're a small club. Da, da, da. It's like, you're acting like a small club, you dickhead.
He does have to worry about the fucking Premier League game that's in front of him.
2 Premier League games that were in front of him.
Then they can worry about everything else.
It's like, what are you talking about? It was fucking weird, man.
And then the championship sides, Norwich and Birmingham City, also advanced. And League Two side, Newport County, defeated 6th Division Eastleigh 3-1. Now, I'm sorry, 5th Division National League side Eastleigh 3-1. Eastleigh was up 1-0 in their building and lost 3-1.
It's frustrating.
Making Maidstone the only non-league club left. Newport gets visiting Manchester United this weekend. Mr. Graham, if Eastleigh could have just held on, Manchester United would have had to gone to National League side Eastleigh.
Yeah. And nothing would have...
Actually, this arm, because this one's already covered up with this arm right here, just insert... Oh, my God, would I have killed for that?
Yeah, because nothing would have annoyed Bruno Fernandes more.
Oh, my God, yes.
Playing on that potato patch, it would have been fucking brilliant. I love everything about that.
Although Newport County, not exactly the nicest pitch either. Remember, them and West Ham, the standing water and the fireworks and all that shit.
Oh yeah, and then when Man City went there, and Newport had 0-0 to the 35th minute or whatever it was. And Man City had to resort to playing over the top because they couldn't play football on that pitch.
Newport County, host of multiple monster truck rallies. Let us not forget the important facts. Multiple, not one. One's already too much to have on your football pitch. Multiple. Watching Mikel Antonio running down the sideline and the ball stopping because it was standing water in the corner.
Well, it's like, oh fuck, who was it a couple years ago? I can't remember who it was now. Played somewhere. The ball literally would not roll straight.
Yeah. It's probably
There
it
was
was
like-
probably West Ham Newport County.
There was like through balls. It wasn't though. It was somebody else. There was like through balls that would literally take a hard right because it hit some crabgrass, like kind of thing. It was fucking weird, man.
fucking fabulous. Love it.
I love everything about that. Put that in my veins. Watching
All right.
these, and I don't agree necessarily that they're overpaid because of the sacrifices they have to make in their lives to be professional footballers. But to watch these load of rich cunts just crying constantly, it's brilliant.
They just can't handle it.
And not seeing everything catered and handed to them is fantastic.
Walk into the visiting clubhouse in their gear because, well, they can't change in there because it's a hard bench and a dirt floor,
yeah.
with a training table with 3 fucking legs. Like
Love
the fourth
it.
leg's
Everything
there.
about
It's medically taped together. I'm sure it's sturdy. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. It'll be okay. Physio will ice you down. You'll be great. Don't even worry about it.
I love everything about it.
So
Put that right in my veins.
So, Mr. Graham, any parting words?
Not really for this one. Just, it's your last chance to see some of these lower league clubs in the FA Cup, I'm sure. Sadly, this is normally the round where we see the rest of them bow out.
Ooh, Graham,
Typically.
I'm gonna hold it on as a teaser for the next show, but I can tell you exactly how many lower league clubs are left, and it ain't fucking much.
Right. So make sure you watch them. Tune in. Get them that TV money. Get them the ratings. Help support that grassroots football. And make sure you're kind of watching somebody you don't normally watch because that's the magic of the cup is seeing these teams perform on stages they ain't fucking used to.
Exactly.
And it's a joy. It's a ton of fucking fun.
All right, everybody. Next up is injury time, and as a present to everyone, it is going to be absolutely free, not our normal Patreon-based way of doing things, because we're going to be talking about the 4th round of the FA Cup.
Correct.
And there is a lot to fucking talk about. And Mr. Graham, should somebody want to find injury time, how do they go about doing it?
Normally, you would go to patreon.com/D Football Show and sign up to that one beautiful $5 tier that gets you everything extra that we do. And once that happens, you'll just be in.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
No worries. And
But tonight, are we streaming it?
no, we're not going to stream it.
Oh,
Well, okay. Yeah, maybe. Who
maybe.
knows?
Maybe stick around.
Yeah, maybe stick around.
If the
Mel's giving
screen
us a
goes
wink.
black, download it tomorrow.
Or maybe we're going to end this event and then just pop up.
There you go.
So if you are not yet, make sure you are a member of the Drunkard United FC closed group, or you've liked DU Football Show on Facebook, X.
Yeah, because we're about to hit midnight.
What
our
is it?
time.
Twitch.
Well, and everybody that's been watching so far, that's been commenting, I know are regular people with the DUFC group, so should be great. Just come join us over there. We'll be posting in just a minute.
Maybe.
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 Possibly.
Leave some mystery, guys.
Got it. Leave some mystery. Until next week, everybody.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Drunkard United! Drunkard United! Hit the fucking mute button!